Hi guys, welcome back to MarkScheme Past Paper by Susan Hira. Today we are going to discuss English Paper 2 Fiction, English Primary Checkpoint for Grade 5 of Stage 6. The code is 0058/02. It's from April 2024. Duration for this paper is 1 hour. On our left hand side is the question paper. On right hand side is the insert. Alright, so let's check out. This is the question number 1. If you like to take a screenshot and save it in your laptop, you may do so. So question 1, ABC, and then move on to question 2, ABC. If this video gained 30 likes or thumbs up, the PDF will be released in the comment section. So let's see 2ABC. So give likes to this video so you'll get a PDF release. Next 2ABC, done is a 3ABCD, and then number 4 and number 5. Let's move on to 6ABC. 6ABC. Okay, now it's number 7 AB, 7A and 7B, 7AB. Okay, now numbers 8 is the section B, writing. This is space for your plan to write some ideas, but this part will not be marked. The response should be written in these 2 full pages. This is the place where the examiner will mark your response. Alright, let's move on. To our right hand side is the insert paper. Okay, now on our right hand side is the insert. We'll need to read this before doing the section A, reading comprehension. So this is the insert for section A here up to line 22, and then let's move on to next is line 20 till 32, and next page is here lines 33 up to the glossary at the end. Alright, that is next page. That's it for the insert. If you take a screenshot, you may print it out and use it for doing along this video. So now we start reading this for 2-3 minutes, and after that we may do the discussion of the question. Well, let's get started. Next. 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 Move on from line 20. Next. Move on to next page. These are the glossary, detention. Alright, let's start question 1. Okay, look at lines 2 till 11. Why does love start with a capital letter? Lines 2 till 11. Few seconds. Okay, let's check out the answer, guys. So we say it is a last name, so this is an example of a correct answer. Anything similar to this should be okay, or we may write then here. So Louis the Laugh, that is his full name. We can also say that. Or Laugh is a name. Alright, let's move on. Question B. Give one example from lines 2 to 9 where Louis is talking directly to the reader in an informal tone. 10 seconds. Okay, 2 to 9 is in the yellow section. Up to here only. Let's check out the answer, guys. Have you got your answer? If not, you may pause this video. Now we'll reveal the answer. Okay? No, really, just hear me out. So this is an example of a correct answer. You may also answer in, so I take from here, that is an informal tone here, informal tone. Okay, now we can also say, you see, I'm in an incredibly desperate situation. This is also possible if you write this. Or maybe you can say, am I ashamed of myself? So you just write one answer for this because it's only 1 mark, right? All this yellow, highlighted in yellow, is possible. Let's move on. Question C, 1C. Explain in your own words what Louis thinks about physics lessons. Support your explanation with a quotation from the text. Explanation in your own words, quotation from the text. 10 seconds. Okay, let's check out the answer, guys. So this is an example of a correct answer. He thought they were boring. He thought they were boring. So we can see from here lines 2 till 11. You can take answer from here. Yawn. So it was the last lesson of the day, physics. Yawn. So that is the quotation I take from the text. Or you may also answer double yawn, or here it also can be used as the quotation. Alright, anything similar to this should be okay. Next. Anyway, if you have any other option, please write in the comment section to help other viewers. Let's move on. Okay, look at lines 14 to 23. 14 to 23 in the red section. Give one word which means the ability to say something in a way that won't make people angry. So, 10 seconds. So we have to skim the text to get that strictly one word. Have you got your answer? Let's check it out. If you haven't, please pause this video and find the one word, please. So it's tagged. So tagged is in here, which required tag. It means the ability to say something in a way that won't make people angry. Let's move on. Still from question 2a, part 2. Give one word which means laugh. 10 seconds. Okay, let's check out the answer, guys. So it's chortle, right? Here, the class all chortled away at this. Right, let's move on. While still 2, part B, give one past continuous verb form. 10 seconds. Okay guys, let's check out the answer. So the answer is, but he wasn't listening. Here, but he wasn't listening, that is past continuous verb form. Let's take a look of past continuous verb form. Well, past continuous tense, this is the positive form, negative form, and question form. The idea is positive is subject plus was or were plus verb ing. Negative is subject, was or were not, and verb ing. Question form is was or were plus subject and verb ing. Example, if the pronoun is I, he, she, it, we add was. Example, she was eating, or you were eating. So now if a negative one, she was not eating, she wasn't eating. Or if you, we, and they, we were not eating, we weren't eating. Question, was I eating? Was on or were plus s plus verb ing. Or if you, we, they, we use were they eating, were they eating? Alright, so that is past continuous tense. But he wasn't listening is the negative form of past continuous verb form. Let's move on. Question 2c. Which literary techniques are used in this line? Tick 2 boxes. Alliteration, metaphor, onomatopoeia, repetition, or rhyme. 10 seconds. Okay, so we shall open the answer. If you have not finished, you may pause this video. So it's metaphor and onomatopoeia. So metaphor is this one, as he creak. Alright, creak in here is to compare the teacher's voice as a harsh scraping sound. Right, that is the metaphor. So onomatopoeia is he hissed down my ear. Alright, let's take a look of all these literary techniques. So first we start with the alliteration. Here is the use of the same beginning consonant sound in a line or verse. Example, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. So the same letter. So alliteration is, in here the example use the same consonant P, Peter Piper. Well, we can't find that in the text from line 14 till 23. What about metaphor? Well, metaphor is a comparison between two different things without using the words as or like. Metaphors do not use connecting word. Example here, kindness is a well-thrown boomerang. Example, the snow is a white blanket. The calm lake was a mirror about what was to come. And in this, here is instead sarcasm dripped from him as he creaked. So this is to compare the teacher making the harsh scraping sound. That is metaphor. Alright, next is onomatopoeia. Is a word that imitates the sound it represents, like splash, water splash, balloon pops, bang. Alright, so in here is he hissed down my ear. So that's the sound of Mr. Duncan uttered, hissed down my ear. That is onomatopoeia. Alright, next, repetition. Repetition in here is repeating words, phrase, or to emphasize them. Example, it is what it is. I love cooking. That is repetition. Next is rhyme. Rhyme is a have same ending sound. Example, news and views. That is the example of rhyme. Blue and flew, sky and high, jump and bomb. That is rhyme. Alright, we hope it's clear. That we conclude the answer is metaphor and onomatopoeia. Here metaphor, and here is onomatopoeia. Let's move on. Now we are in question 3. Look at lines 24 till 32. That is in green section. Question A. The word later tells the reader that the time has passed. What has happened between the end of the previous paragraph and the beginning of this paragraph? So this is the line here, the beginning of this paragraph. So this is the end of the previous paragraph, and I will see you at the end of the lesson to discuss your sleeping arrangements. And this is the beginning of this paragraph, and later I approach donkey smiling bravely, and later I approach donkey smiling bravely. Alright, so we got to answer this question. What has happened? 10 seconds. So what has happened between this? Let's check out the answer, guys. Well, we can say the lesson continued. So the lesson continued. Alright, so any idea, like the lesson ended also, or the rest of the lesson finished? Right, so there's a time between the last sentence of the previous paragraph and the first sentence of this paragraph. Let's move on. Question B. Give a two-word phrase from this line which tells us Louis is not as confident as he is pretending to be. Okay, 10 seconds. Two words, strictly two words. Okay, let's check out the answer, guys. So it's a smiling bravely. That is the strictly two words, the only answer. So he's pretending to be brave. This is the two words, smiling bravely. Next, 3C. Give one simile from this section. Okay, let's check out the answer, guys. So the answer is like two little raisins. So that is the only answer, simile. Let's check out what is simile. Well, simile is a comparison between two different things using connecting words as and like. Example: she swims like a fish. He is as hairy as a gorilla. That is simile. Alright, let's move on. 3D, give one verb from these lines which implies that Louis spoke quickly. 10 seconds. Okay, let's check out the answer, guys. So it's gust. So gust means to burst out, right? That implies that Louis spoke quickly. Next, so look at lines 33 to 34 in this section. Then I utter the words I told you about before, and I can't bear to repeat ever again. Which words does this refer to? One box strictly. These are 4 choices. 10 seconds. See from the before here, this is the from beginning. Okay, I'm not ashamed of myself is in here. So these are the 4 lines underlined here in green. I'd like to volunteer for an extra detention, or if you didn't speak so loudly, this is the choice. Or am I ashamed of myself? Or I had a double detention tomorrow. I had a double detention tomorrow. This one here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we had 4 choices. 1. Alright. 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. Which one is your choice? Tell me. Alright, let's check out the answer now. So then I uttered words I told you about before, and I can't bear to repeat ever again. So this referred to I would like to volunteer for extra detention. So let's see the sentence. I would like to volunteer for an extra detention. Well, other in here, am I ashamed of myself? It doesn't refer to this. If you didn't speak so loudly, no. If I that's why when he announced that I had a double detention tomorrow, no, it doesn't refer to this. So I utter the words I told you about before is this. I would like to volunteer. So that is the correct answer. Next. Now let's go to number 5. Look at lines 35 till 40 is in yellow. Highlight. A. What does Louis do when Mr. Duncan leaves the room? So 10 seconds from now, what does Louis do when Mr. Duncan leaves the room? Okay, let's check out the answer, guys. You may pause if you have not finished. Well, we can say he stops filling pages with lines. That was the possible answer. So, or we can say he stops writing, or anything similar to this, or he has a rest. Because in here, and I didn't stop once. Well, not until he tottered off for a moment. So he stops. That's the idea. Alright, let's move on. So 5b, the writer uses capital letters and 3 short sentences at the end of this part. What is the effect of this on the reader? Right, 10 seconds. Three short sentences. Capital letters. Alright, let's check out the answer, guys. So the answer is it creates suspense. Alright, 3 short sentences and capital letters. Or you can say it creates drama. Alright, it creates drama. Or it creates tension. Anything similar to this should be okay. Next. So this is just an example of a correct answer. Next, question 6. Look at lines 41 till 49 in this green section. A. Give one word which means trouble. Okay, 10 seconds. Okay, question 6. Trouble. Let's give the text. Strictly one word. Okay, let's check out the answer, guys. So it's a hardship here. It means trouble. I guess this is easy. Next, let's move on. 6b. The word hastily means quickly. Why does Louis act hastily in the conversation with Mr. Duncan? Give 2 reasons. Reason 1 and 2. 10 seconds. Okay, let's check out the answer, guys. If you have not finished, may pause this video. So this is an example of a correct answer. He knew that he had made a mistake. Reason 2, he quickly tried to cover up what he had said. Here, I added hastily. So, I mean, it wasn't boring at all. So I said, I want to assure you, Mr. Duncan, your lesson wasn't any more boring than usual. So it means he said something wrong, boring than usual. So I mean, it wasn't boring at all. I added hastily. So that's the reason Louis acted hastily. So in fact, it was fascinating, especially. So that is the 2 reasons. So anything similar to this should be okay. Alright, let's move on. Question 6c. Do you think Louis has done enough to please Mr. Duncan now? Tick one box, yes or no. You are free to choose, but make sure you give the correct explanation and give a quotation from the text. So yes or no, you are free to choose. Okay, 10 seconds. Okay, still from the same section, from this green section. Do you think Louis has done enough? What is your opinion? Okay, let's check it out. Well, I choose to say yes. Explanation, he has already done what he was supposed to do. Quotation from the text, I proudly took my lines up to donkey, 5.5 pages there, and I said, so that is the quotation here, that he has already done what he was supposed to do, to filling page with lines. Alright, if you answer no, you may write the correct explanation and quotation. Please feel free to write in the comment section to help other viewers. Alright, let's move on. Okay, question 7. Look at the whole text. This is the whole text, from the first till the end. Do you think the writers want us to like Mr. Duncan's personality? Yes or no? You are free to choose. Explain your answer, give quotation and explanation for 7a. So these are the whole text presented for you. 10 seconds. Alright, let's check out the answer, guys. If you need some more time, please pause this video. Well, the answer is I choose to answer no, as I say that, and the reason is Mr. Duncan sounds like a boring teacher. Alright, and the quotation is yawned here. Yawn. You may also write other reason, and also you may also answer yes and give a correct explanation and quotation. For those who answer yes, please write down your answer and explanation with your quotation in the comment section to help others. Now, for the reason no, you may also answer he speaks sarcasm drip from him as he creak, right? So he is rude, also possible. So this is the quotation that we can use. Okay, let's move on. Now, still from the 7b, this extract is structured into short paragraphs. Give one more feature of the text organization that is used in these extracts. Explain how this helps the reader, feature of text organization, and how it helps the reader. This is the whole text presented for you. 10 seconds from now. Okay, if you have not finished, you may pause this video, guys. So let's check out the answer. So the feature is subtitles. We can say using subtitles, and then this is the subtitle, the time, 4:30 p.m. and 4:50 p.m. So it helps the reader to, they tell us when something happened. Alright, you may also answer other than subtitles. You can use there is a dialogue or conversation. So dialogue helps reader to understand the plot, the reader's understanding to understand the plot or the character. So any other idea, please write down in this comment section to help others. Well, this is the end of our discussion. Okay guys, now we are in section B, writing. Spend 3 minutes on this section. Number 8, write a story about a day at school when something funny happened. You might want to think about what happened, who was involved, why it was funny, what happened next. Use this box to plan your answer, but this box will not be marked, so your response should be written in 2 full pages in here. The rule for this section is please don't write less than half pages. Your content should be relevant. Use well-developed language with good vocabs. Paragraphs should be well organized throughout the text and use correct grammar, punctuation, and as well as spelling. Alright guys, so today discussion is conducted by Study with Tuition Online. We cater for all this subject and all this syllabus. Email us if you are interested to join our class, and this is our email. You may also drop some question or problem that you encounter at school. If you have, contact us, write down in comment section, and check links below this video, as it has lots of question answer past paper from stage 3 up to stage 12, as well as pre-college and calculus. So today's discussion is conducted by me, Susan Hira. I'm a personal tutor, and we have discussed English primary checkpoint. This is the code, paper 2, April 2024. This is the insert, and this is our logo in YouTube. This is our address. Please click these buttons once so you'll be subscribed to our channel, and this bell will notify you when we release our latest updates, so you will not miss any latest information. Like and share to anybody who might need this. And last, check links in the description. There are lots of information that you can get, and check in the comments as we gather more than 50 likes, then the PDF will be released in the comment section. Bye bye, and see you in the next video. We hope today's discussion will be helpful, and if there's any advice, correction, suggestion, question, and request for solving past paper, write down in the comment section. Bye bye, and God bless you.